The new president of Iran says his country would never develop nuclear weapons and calls a letter from President Obama positive and constructive. Major Garrett is at the White House. Major, good morning.
Well, good morning, Charlie and Nora. There are new contacts at the highest level between the two governments, and that suggests possibilities for resolving the long-standing impasse over Iran's nuclear program. But the White House remains skeptical, primarily because this new Iranian president, like everyone before him in post-revolutionary Iran, has to answer to anti-Western clerics at the top of his government, and they appear as inflexible as ever. Even so, the White House will carefully monitor these new overtures to see if they're more than diplomatic window dressing. President Hassan Rouhani is trying to present to the world the face of a new, less frightening Iran. In an interview, he said this about his country's pursuit of nuclear weapons.
We have never pursued or sought a nuclear bomb, and we are not going to do so. We are solely seeking peaceful nuclear technology. We have time and again said that under no circumstances would we seek any weapons of mass destruction, including nuclear weapons, nor will we ever.
Sitting down with an American journalist is one of several recent overtures by the newly elected Rouhani. On the eve of his first visit to the United Nations in New York next week, Iranian authorities announced the release of 11 political prisoners Wednesday, including a human rights lawyer named Nasreen Sotoudeh. President Obama said Iran feels the squeeze of economic sanctions and could find a way out if it is serious about peaceful nuclear power.
Iran is under a whole host of international sanctions precisely because the entire international community believes that we can't see a nuclear arms race triggered in the most volatile part of the world. There is an opportunity here for diplomacy. I hope the Iranians take advantage of it.
The U.S. still fears Iran's pursuit of a nuclear weapon is real, and President Obama's letter to Rouhani urged Iran take immediate steps to signal a way out of the nuclear impasse.
The letter also conveyed the need to act with a sense of urgency to address this issue because, as we have long said, the window of opportunity for resolving this diplomatically is open, but it will not remain open indefinitely.
There are no plans for President Obama and President Rouhani to meet even glancingly in the frenzied diplomatic swirl of the United Nations General Assembly next week in New York. But it's worth remembering there were no plans for President Obama to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin a couple of weeks ago in Russia, and that brief encounter planted the seeds for the diplomatic resolution of the standoff over Syria's chemical weapons. So next week in New York, we'll all be watching the hallways very closely. Charlie and Nora.
An excellent point. Major Garrett, good to see you. Thank you.